All right, Jody and I are getting ready to fulfill a childhood dream of mine, which is to hike a portion of the Appalachian Trail. This is widely considered to be one of the most treacherous portions of the trail and all of the entire Appalachian Trail. So we have pre-hydrated, and I think we've brought the necessary means for survival. We hope to live, for one. Two, we hope to prosper. So we are going to hike the 1.7 mile portion. Pray for us, think about us, keep us in your thoughts. Thank you. Here we are on the Appalachian Trail. Yeah, baby. You can see just how treacherous this trail is so far. We're only probably 10 yards into it, and already I'm beginning to question my life and wondering if we made the right decision. Already short of breath. Oh, I don't know if I can do it anymore. Probably should have prepared for this a little bit better than what I did, but this was a last-minute decision. And you can see that if it weren't for these dead tree trunks, this probably would be impassable for the average human being. But then again, I am an extraordinary individual. Well, we have stopped to take our first break. We're probably about, I don't know, quite a ways in to the trail already. There's some people leaving, but we've made some pretty good progress already. If I had to guess, we're probably a good 50, 75 yards in. And other than all the hazards that are around, the trail being narrow, the trip hazards, one of the hazards that we didn't expect is just the high elevation at which we are. We are over 5,000 feet in elevation. Probably closer to 5,100 if I were to be honest. Another trip hazard. And it's increasingly harder to breathe. We just hope we can make it. Jody believes she saw on the sign that we are at actually 5,600 feet. Which tends to make a little more sense, because I believe I could fully handle 5,100 feet of elevation, but that extra 500 feet, you just don't realize what it does to a man, even if he is an extraordinary human being like myself. Well, we're a good ways in. We've stopped. I think our lungs have finally adjusted to the elevation change. It's a good thing I drank plenty of water this morning, because it is humid out here, and I am sweating a little bit, so you'll have to forgive me for that. But I talked about how this was pretty treacherous, pretty dangerous, and I wasn't kidding. So we've come to, I guess, an impasse, you could say. And so I will show you exactly what I mean right now. We don't have rigging gear. We don't have rope. We don't have hammers. So we are just going to have to go about this ourselves, and we are going to let people pass us and then continue on. We're at the top. We made it past that impasse. So I guess it's actually a pass now, because we did it. It doesn't mean anybody else can. We're just engineered better for situations like that than most people. Talk to you soon. Yet another impasse in the trail. These are places that are typical of where a person might suffer a mechanical injury if they aren't careful. So we are going to navigate this slowly, with purpose, and as always, with authority. Here we go. Whew. it's slippery here. You get your foot caught in one of those crevasses, you're in trouble. I just jumped a huge valley, at least 20 to 25 feet. And now we continue our journey. All right, here we are, Jody and I, and we didn't think anybody else was up here because, like I said, it's been pretty treacherous. We thought we were the only ones who had really made it this far, but evidently other people have, because we just ran into two young girls, and they happened to tell us that they were professional mountain climbers, and so they do this for a living, sponsored by other companies. They told us that it's about an hour and a half to the next opening, and that we actually probably already passed our destination probably about an hour ago, maybe not that long, maybe 55 minutes ago. And so I think what we're going to do is we're going to turn around, we're going to get some lunch, and we're going to head down 7 miles away via vehicle and go to the highest elevation in the Appalachian Trail and all of the Appalachian Trail. So we'll talk to you soon. All right, we just finished our hike on the Appalachian Trail. Turns out we might have gotten some bad information because I turned an app on right after we turned around, and from our turnaround point to the trailhead was a mile. So we were hoping to go 1.7 miles to the turnaround, but again, it looks like we got some bad information. Nonetheless, we are going to go to Clingman's Dome, which is about 7 miles up the road, and that is the highest point on the Appalachian Trail. Just to kind of wrap up my final thoughts as Jody walks away from me because she must be embarrassed. Just to kind of wrap up my final thoughts on our hike. It was great, really. It was pretty neat. Like I said, it was a childhood dream of mine to hike a portion of the Appalachian Trail. But really what I meant by that was like hike it a week at a time. But this was a good teaser. So it was certainly an exercise and adventure, a lesson in awareness, and a demonstration of what a spectacular human being I am. We didn't see any bears, but frankly, if I were a bear, I wouldn't want to see me either. So probably update you once we're at Clingman's Dome.